I'm not sure how we overlooked this press release from Lieutenant Steve Doris that came in on April 14, 2017. But in this update, on April 9, 2017 at 10:55 a.m., Baytown police officers responded to a robbery in the 2900 block of Market Street. Upon arrival, officers discovered the store clerk had been shot multiple times during the robbery. Now detectives have identified the armed suspect who stood by the door as 42-year-old Lannis Fontenot of Baytown. Fontenot has been charged with aggravated robbery through the Harris County District Attorney's Office, and a warrant for his arrest has been issued. Detectives are still investigating to determine the identity of the second robber. Baytown Police Department partnered with Texas Pictures and Bay Area Council on Drugs and Alcohol to produce a documentary named The Last High. The film was shown Thursday, April 20, 2017 at the Lee College Performing Arts Center in Baytown. Here are some highlights from that very special event.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a nice round of applause to our MC for this evening, Randy Wallace.
Thank you so much for being here. And I want to first of all say I'm very honored that Glenn asked me to do this. I know this is an important documentary and it's a very important subject matter. First, it is my pleasure to introduce the mayor of Baytown, Mayor Stephen Don Carlos.
Good evening and welcome to Baytown. Now, therefore, I, Stephen Don Carlos, as mayor of the city of Baytown, do hereby proclaim April 20th, 2017 as the last high day in Baytown. Call upon our residents to view the film, to gain a greater understanding of the consequences of synthetic drug use. I'm presented to our director.
We're very excited, of course, to be able to premiere this film. It doesn't seem like it's been 10 months ago, but it has, since this idea was originally presented to me. From Aaron and Crowell, and also Chief Doherty came over. We've been in my office, and they talked about what they wanted to accomplish with this documentary.
Police Chief Keith Doherty.
Good evening. I had 14 pages in a nice ring binder, but the mayor grabbed them on the way in and said, no, I'm not going to do that. But I would like to say just a few words. Our city, as you've heard, like many other cities, was seeing an increase in the sale, use, and abuse of synthetic marijuana. I tasked our personnel in the police department to use whatever resources and tactics they could devise to make an impact on the ever-growing problem. My subject matter expert, Detective Kroll, and I came to meet with his thoughts about educating our citizens through a documentary. We brought our proposal to the city manager, as you heard, and with his support and that of our city council, I believe that this production, coupled with proactive policing, will make a positive impact on the community at large.
When I started this project a year ago, I had no idea it would change my life. I've met so many incredible people through this documentary who have the same passion of making our community safer. It was truly partnerships that made this documentary possible. I want to thank the City of Baytown for their financial support and faith in the project. I would like to thank Baytown Police Department and Chief Doherty for their trust in our production team. This film would have never came about without my partners in crime, Aaron Crowell of Baytown PD and Glenn Muse from Texas Pictures. I would like to thank Aaron Crowell who worked diligently to find funding for this project. I would like to thank Glenn Muse, our director, who is a creative genius and such a pleasure to work with. Both of these men have a work ethic like no other, and they motivated me to work harder. I would like to thank all the Southeast Harris Community Coalition members and my organization, the Bay Area Council on Drugs and Alcohol, for supporting this project.
And people we talk to who are still using this drug but have pretty much lost everything already, they were happy to talk with us. They were happy to help us. They would tell us their story, they would share their experiences and their insights. But the users that are out there right now, the ones that have plenty to lose, the ones who have responsible jobs with the safety of others at stake, they were not so willing to help us. Graphic designer David Kitson, composer Jessica Dortman, associate producer Anna Kitson, associate producer and cinematographer Mateo Rivera, who is not here, associate producer and web designer Rebecca Kister, who is not here, producer, journalist, cinematographer, and graphic designer Logan Romero, producer, journalist, and cinematographer Catherine Daniels, associate producer Rachel Briones, producer, cinematographer, composer, and journalist Anthony Gill. Anthony is going to say a few words before I introduce the rest of the team.
How's everybody doing? It's good to see everybody here. Well, my name's Anthony Gill. I go for Rocky. I'm 18 years old. I got 1 year and 9 months in recovery. The enemy don't attack until you're doing something right. And throughout the last 14 months, around about, that we've been doing this documentary, it's been non-stop. But I want to change it for the world because after we got the final product done, we get to see the change, we get to see the lives that we're saving. And that's more than anything we could ever imagine.
I can introduce the editor, senior producer, second unit director, and journalist Julia Gibson, and the writer, senior producer, second unit director, and journalist Audrey Messler. Now there's a new title on here, it's second unit director. And the reason they had that title is because on their own, they went out and found footage. They went out and made things happen.
On this push, or he's pushed out, or the guy will either be acting crazy. I've received a few calls where they were foaming at the mouth. We've had some crazy calls where people were running down the street and they'll say he's just out of control. Or there's some that have said that they're just throwing furniture everywhere. You know, he's high on whatever that drug is called. I mean, that's the common terms.
So the street name is Kush here in Houston. We realized